Hey guys, it's Sunday afternoon, probably about 88 degrees outside, low humidity, and a beautiful sky. Check this out. Beautiful. And I was going to tell you what my wife and I done yesterday. We went to another town about 30 miles away from where we live. And along the way we stopped at a few yard sales. Well, we stopped at one that was an estate sale on a back street, and we followed the signs and went to it. And I'm so glad we did, because I kind of got lucky. Got this little box here for $1, and these guys, there was two guys there, and they were ready to sell. So got me a horn, and they had a whole bunch of car parts and stuff, but it was stuff I really didn't need or I already had duplicates of. But what I'm most proud of is these mirrors, and they were 50 cents a piece. This one doesn't have a base, but that's okay. I got a spare one. But this one is the one I'm really most proud of. Last time I bought one of these at the junkyard around where I live, I think they wanted $15 for it, which was pretty high, and I almost didn't pay it. But I got to thinking, do you want it or not? So I got it, and I wound up putting it on this '69 C10 truck that we named Cash last week. If you'll remember, I was asking what kind of name to give for this truck, so Cash won out as far as names. But this is why I'm proud of this mirror that I bought. This one that I put on is cracked, and it's an exact duplicate to this once I get it cleaned up. Same thing. I'll clean it up and I'll swap these mirrors out and use that same base, and I'll be good. So that'll be great. Real proud of that, and real proud to have Cash kind of cleaned up there a little bit. I'm kind of in a dilemma anyway with Cash, but anyway, let me tell you this first. We got this 2008 Lincoln MKZ that my wife and I guess we've had it 4 or 5 years, give or take. We traded a 2001 Mustang GT 5-speed for this car, and that Mustang was really nice. I know y'all are probably thinking, what, a Ford? You had a Ford, now you got a Mercury, a Lincoln. And you know what? I like anything that's paid for that will run and drive and stop. I like all of them. It's just I'm prone to Chevrolet trucks and Chevrolet cars, the older ones, because they're a little cheaper and easier to find parts for. So that's why I'm into them. But I've had a lot of Ford products, and when I was in high school, I had a 64 Dodge, 63 Dodge Polara that I drove back and forth to high school, and hey, I was tickled death to ride around in it. Nothing wrong with that. But this is what I've done to this car. It sits in the garage. If you watch some of my videos, most of the time you'll see a car covered up in the garage with a gray car cover, and it's this car right here. My wife and I don't get it out too much because we don't go very far or do anything very much, far off, and this is our traveling car, so I try to take good care of it. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, I was going to show you what I used on this car, and it really didn't need waxed, to be honest with you, but I waxed it anyway. But I got this stuff right here, turtle wax in the black box for black vehicles, and it said, I read the instructions, it's supposed to use step 1 and clean it real good, but this car sits in the garage all the time and it was already clean. So after I used it for just a second, I realized I didn't need that. Then I went ahead to step 2 on the black box, and I waxed the whole car on the outside. Now on the windows, because I was saving this black stuff, this black box was, if I recall, was a little bit expensive. But you know how I am, I'm tight, so it's a little expensive. So I need to make it last as long as I can. So when I wax the outside of the windows, I use this right here, turtle wax in the hard shell. I always wax the outside of the windows, clean them up good, the door mirrors, whatnot. I do all that because I'm a nut. But it does protect it a whole lot, and cleans your windows really, really well. I haven't done the inside. I don't know that I'm going to. The car's pretty clean, so Anyway, so the next thing I was going to tell you about this car, it's a 2008. I don't know if I've ever made a video of this car, but as I said, I traded in a 2001 Mustang GT 5-speed, and the reason we traded it is because it's a 5-speed, and my wife and I was getting a little age, speaking for myself, getting a little age on me, and if we went somewhere, I didn't want to be shifting gears constantly. So thought we better get a car like this, a little bit easier to get in and out, and you know, you're not having to shift gears, just put it in drive and hit the road. But it's really clean, and as long as I have it, I'm going to do my best to keep it like this. Let me see if I can put this hood down. Hang on. Man, I tell you what, black is hot, and black is hard to keep clean. But when it is clean and all that, it's one of the prettiest colors I think you can get is black. But I'm telling you, it's a struggle to keep them clean. If you've ever had one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I see some streaks I missed on the windows. But I was going to show you this car. I still got the little mats in here that when the car lot, I traded at a local car dealership. I kind of know the guy and traded with him. This car belonged to an older gentleman, and I called him before I got the car. And I asked him why he traded it, and he said he was wanting an SUV, something to get easier to get in and out of for him. He was in his late 70s. I'm trying to show you how many miles is on it. Well, it's got, you know what, I can't see. Anyway, it's got roughly 79,000 miles on it, and it doesn't have backup cameras or nothing, but it does have a little beeper that comes on when it gets close to an object. It'll start beep 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 beep. So anyway, I'm real proud to have it. It's probably one of the nicest vehicles I've had. I've never had a new car or a truck in my life. I'm always at least 10 years behind on vehicles. So, but that's about the only way I can afford them. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, I would rather have one that's paid for as have a new vehicle and have payments for years and years. But that's just me. If you have a new vehicle, hey, I'm proud for you. The only thing that I wish I had checked out a little bit further about this car is it does not have rear air, and I wish it did. I was under the, you know, I got so excited when I seen this car and talked to the older gentleman that owned it. I neglected to look to see if it had rear air, but it doesn't. But that's okay. I don't hardly have any passengers in the back seat anyway. And the other thing about this car is that I disconnected was this seat. Every time you turn the car off, the seat would back up by itself so you could get in and out easier. Well, I thought to myself, back and forth. I thought sooner or later that motor is going to give out, and then I'm going to be stuck way back here in the back seat. Well, not that far, but you know, further back than I want to drive the car and have to get somebody to fix it. So I just went ahead and just got it where I wanted it, unplugged it, and there we are. But it's everything that I could possibly want, I guess, that I need, because you know, I'm used to just power steering, power brakes. So to have one with air and cruise and the remotes and stuff on the steering wheel, I know y'all's probably laughing at me thinking, oh my goodness, this guy's, you know, how old is this guy? You know, and kind of an older guy, but you know, I'm just kind of used to doing everything manually, windows and whatnot, so that's just where we're at. But anyway, and I forgot the combination of the door. My wife's going to have to look that up, but we got remote keys that will unlock the door and stuff. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you. I don't think I've ever done a video on this car, and I got a little bit of a smear there I need to get off. I've cleaned the wheels and tires. You know, the car really didn't need cleaned up, but I thought it's such a pretty day. I just hate to waste a pretty day and not be out in the sun, because here in a few more weeks or so, or a month, it's going to be cold weather, and I'm going to be missing being outside playing around with cars and trucks. I know I'm a nut, but that's just what I like to do. But anyway, I thought I'd just show you what kind of wax I used. And oh, the main thing I was going to tell you is if you think it looks kind of decent now, this stuff right here that comes in the box, it's called black box, turtle wax black box, but it's the detailer. What you do when you get everything all waxed and everything, you spray this on. Man, it makes a good shine, real good shine. But this car, as I said, is black, and well, if you touch it, it feels like it's about 1,000 degrees. So I'm going to do this in the morning, put this stuff on, I'll pull it out, and maybe clean up the insides a little more. Spray this on the paint, let it soak in real good, and I'll rub it off, and it'll have a real good shine. And to get rid of all this dust that I have accumulated from wiping the windows and stuff with that turtle wax, paste wax. But anyway, that's why it's got all this dust and stuff on it. It's got some imperfections in the car, but I mean, heck, for 11 years old, fixing to be 12, it's in pretty good shape, and it looks really, really nice, in my opinion. Anyway, appreciate you watching the video. I hadn't done one in a couple of days. Thought I'd show you what I was doing today. And just wanted to show you my 2008 Lincoln MKZ. I really do like it. And it gets pretty good gas mileage too. I'm hoping it's going to last us a long, long time. Hey, y'all have a good day. I'm having a great day. And I'll see you in the next video. See you later.